right, this I call kind of like my halo gold in the middle eye look. That's not really a great name for it, but I don't know how else to describe it. But essentially putting darker pigment in the inner corner and the outer corner and then connecting it with that gold metallic in the middle. Love it. And I show you how in this video to kind of build up the colors so that everything blends really, really nicely and is very cohesive versus just packing on a bunch of pigment and it just looking muddy and not blended out together and all that good stuff. So let's get into how to create this eye makeup look. Okay, first things first, eye primer. So great, you all. If you have not tried our eye primer, I know I've tried both the Urban Decay. I've tried that. I know a lot of people really like it. To me, it's almost like a little too grippy. I feel like I can't blend the product out. And then the Revlon is almost too slick. I feel like the shadow doesn't stay in place. So I just really like the eye primer. I feel like it gives you that balance of holding the pigment where it needs to be. All right, so I'm gonna let that set for 5 minutes and I will come back and get the party started. So, going to take blending brush, going in with Upbeat, that darker yellow color. Going to use that as the transition color all in the crease. So bringing it all the way in, all the way out with that pigment. And you can see that color is popping so nicely because I used that eye primer. Let me go in, Upbeat. Oh my gosh, I almost went into Wondrous, the brighter yellow. Not that that would have been the end of the world, but it's not exactly what I'm going for. So I like to hold the brush. Sometimes I hold it too aggressively. The further out you hold the brush, the looser it is, right? And then the more you hold it up near the end, it really packs that color in. You have a little bit more precision. So I guess the way I do it, I'm left-handed, I kind of put the end into the side of my finger. And just blend that. Tools make the biggest difference. I know I've said that before, but I'm just so impressed with my Younique tools. They hold up really, really well, especially when I wash them on a regular basis. And then I like to use the brush cleaner, as you know, in between washes. Speaking of brush cleaner, I'm just gonna go in here, get a little bit of that onto my fluffy crease brush. I almost feel like I need to order another fluffy crease brush just because I use it so much. Really trying to get any kind of pigment off there. Okay. So again, going in now with the orange and the fluffy crease brush and the brush cleaner. It dries pretty darn quick, especially when you wipe it off. So I'm just going in on top of that yellow now. Same kind of thing, how I'm holding the brush. And again, if you want it to be a little bit looser, you can use like the side of the brush versus like if you use the point, then that kind of like precisely places the pigment. So just kind of think if you're not getting the look you're trying to achieve, maybe hold how you hold the brush, change how you hold the brush, and then also change the angle in which you apply it. So a lot of times I feel like what I do is I apply it with the point and then I kind of blend it with the side. I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad or whatever. Okay, now I'm going to take that blending brush, blend that out. Now another thing that you could do, I noticed my friend Patty did this morning in her look. She blended those two pigments together to get that kind of bright orange. I just like to build. I think you just play around with it, figure out what works best for you, the look you're trying to achieve, the way that you like it to look on your eyes. Everybody's different. There's no right or wrong answer. I personally feel like there's no right or wrong answer. All right, I'm gonna go in now with a little bit more of that orange and on the side of the brush. I'm gonna kind of put that really in the outer corner and then also in the inner corner with the side of the brush, and then kind of connect at the top with the across the two. So getting a little bit more precise in my pigment placement, but leaving that gap of white there. I'm going to just blend the top. I'm not necessarily going to blend the middle. I'm going to leave that gap there. So same thing, put it on the side of the brush, tap off the excess, press that into the outer corner. And then the inner corner. Trying to make it even into the brush and connect the two in the crease. Blending brush to blend out the top. I feel like I might need a little bit more in the inner corner. Okay. Wiping off all the orange on my brush. Again, you can definitely go in with your brush cleaner too, but because I'm going into that red, that darker pigment, I'm not super worried about it. All right, so now I'm gonna take, again, same thing, I'm gonna just build on that orange with the red. Using the side of the brush, pressing that pigment in. Then I'm gonna just lightly put some on the end of the brush and kind of connect in the crease there. Blending brush, blend that out. All right, I want that pigment to be a little bit more distinct. So I'm going to just do a little bit more. Always tap off the excess so you don't have pigment flying everywhere. Go in on the other side. And again, if you don't want it to be as dramatic, just don't put as much on. Don't go in that second go around, right? I'm just trying to be like really dramatic. So I'm starting out with a little bit and then building it up as I kind of sit back and look to see how the look is coming together. And I know it looks weird because I have that gap in there, but I promise you what I'm about to do next is going to bring it all together. Okay, let's do it. So now I'm going to go in with the gold Invincible. I'm just going to use my ring finger and I'm going to press that right in the middle of those two pigments where I left that space, okay? And I'm gonna clean it up, I promise. I know it looks cray-cray. So just give me a minute. All right. Going to take my clean crease brush, blend it in the inner corner, pulling it out. I'm actually going to go in with that crease brush with a little bit more red and pulling that out. And then same in the outer corner. Going to just take that red, put that in the outer corner. And then I'm going to just take my finger and kind of blend in a little bit more gold in that outer corner. Go back in, press in the red. Look at that. Amazing. Let me just get a little bit more gold in the middle. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go and I'm going to put on my face makeup so then that way I can finish out this eye look and show you just how amazing it is. Okay, so I always get asked, what am I wearing on my lips? I took Scenic Drive, the lip butter, and then I put a little bit of a lighter splash liquid lipstick in the middle, blended that together, and then put on a little bit more of that Scenic Drive lip butter on top of that, and that's how I create an ombre look. It gives a look of a fuller lip. Love it. All right, so let's go in and finish off this eye look. This doesn't look bad, okay? I like to add a little bit more to the lower lash line. I just feel like it really brings the eye look all together, especially when you're trying to be dramatic, right? So I'm going to go in with that orange, that Revived. I'm going to take that all along the lower lash line as step one to bring this all together. When you keep it up close, tight to the lower lash line, it can help mask some of those fine lines that you have underneath your eyes. And like I said, to me, more importantly, it really helps bring that eye makeup look all together. And I like to do this after I have put on my foundation and my concealer. All right, so now I'm going to go in with that Profound, that red, and I'm going to focus that just kind of along the outer corner and outer lower lash line, taking it to about my pupil. All right, so just matching, bringing that dark color and matching it to the outer corner. This is where the magic happens. Right there. All right, and then I'm going to just take a little bit of that gold, putting that along the center of the bottom to mimic the top. Just like that. Easy peasy. All right, so what do we do to finish off this look? I like to take my white liner in Pristine. This really helps brighten up the eyes. Where did I put my sharpener? I feel like I had it out recently and I really shouldn't. I have a spot for it. And then of course it's not there. It was in with my foundation because that's where my pencils used to be. And then I got my new pressed powder and I needed a dedicated spot for them. All right, so just taking that along the lower waterline. Okay, then taking my liquid, or let's do pencil. Let's do pencil in black. Again, you want to make sure it's sharpened. This time I did put it away where it belongs. Okay. Taking my little handy dandy mirror. And I'm going to just take this all like along the upper lash line, kind of up in it, versus along the top of the lid. So I'm just kind of bringing it up into the waterline there. So it's much more subtle, but it's still a way to really help frame the eyes and give the appearance of a fuller lash line. Isn't that great? Love it. All right, then I'm gonna take my lash primer. Throw that on. This separates and conditions your lashes if you're not using the lash primer, especially if you're going for a lot more dramatic lashes. This really helps separate and condition your lashes. Gets them ready. I'm all for the separation because my lashes are non-existent, so I like to put in a lot of mascara. We got a doggy door for our back door, and the dog is loving it. But we also have a ring on our back porch, so every time he goes like in and out, it sets off the ring. Okay, got a little too close, making my nose run. Okay, let's go in with the 4D. One Step Fiber Mascara. Look down so as not to get mascara all over your gorgeous eye look that you just created. Blink it on. Swipe it on. Wiggle. Get all the fibers on there. Okay, I'm gonna go in on the other side now. Man, I'm just like getting way too close and I'm causing my eyes to water. Part of it is, woo! Part of it is because I'm using the smaller mirror. Let me get my bigger mirror where I can see more. Much better. Makes all the difference. Do you have one eye that you just seem to do better than the other? That is so me. This eye is always better than this eye. I don't know if it's because I hold the wand a different way or what. That's the only thing I can think is because I hold the wand a different way. Okay. Sorry, I keep like, there we go. All right, there you have it. There's the eye look. If you have any questions about it, please do not hesitate to ask. Have a great day.